birthday's all part of the astrological nonsense. And so in order to be holier than thou, if you're not going to have astrology, then you're not going to celebrate your birthday either. But I think that they are reinventing themselves.
Okay.
To attract people, because they're just so unpopular, and I need to just turn the volume down. That's it. Okay, so I've just got the YouTube on silence there now. Yep. So we're up and running. Hello, everybody.
Indeed. No, nobody yet. Well, I'll be amazed if anybody shows up, because I don't know, man. It's weird. I woke up one morning and I think I did a live stream for almost 2 hours and nobody showed up. I got nobody. And to me, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Just weird.
So what are we going to do? Are we getting straight into discussion, or are we just going to do polite chat first of all?
Well, hey, you remember what we're going to be talking about, right?
Yeah, we're talking about the recommendations of the Apostle Paul, and love, joy, peace, long suffering, kindness. I think we're looking at love, aren't we?
Yep.
Okay, so should we start off with a definition of what is love?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you asking for my?
Yes, you're in charge.
No, I'm not in charge. No, I was listening to something just by accident this morning on YouTube of a guy who claimed he had an out-of-body experience. He was clinically dead for 3 days, and he's accounting for what happened to him during those 3 days. And when he became conscious again, he said that he'd never experienced such love in human form before, and it was just love to the nth degree. That he felt from the angel that was guiding him from human to wherever they were heading for. I would just wonder what do you mean by that? You do feel love. You feel love from your mother, from your partner, most of the time until you fall out with them. There's many different flavors of love. The Greek language seems to sum up, is it 4 of them? Agape, love, storge, philia, and erotic love, eros.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to, which one of those are we going to talk about? Or is there another one?
Well, I mean, yeah, I was going to kind of try to ride on your coattails. If you want to just talk about what you're thinking, go ahead and pick whichever one you want.
Okay, well, the principled love, that's agape. How would you pronounce that?
Well, I don't remember exactly how the Greek is pronounced any longer. You could go agape, which is really what most people call it.
Yeah, okay.
Agape, but you could also say agape. It just depends on what pronunciation of the syllable you want, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So agape isn't romantic love, and nor is it love of your best pal or your brother. It's a principled love. It doesn't expect any return. Do we agree up to now?
I mean, yeah, I think that it's so much more nuanced than that. And when we talk about languages like dealing with the Greek, I mean, I disagree with a lot of translations because I just feel like they're capitulating to laziness or whatnot. But if we want to just be positive about the whole thing, agape is embedded in my mind from my schooling at Moody Bible Institute for when I had Dr. Ronald Sauer, Sauer, who was deeply, deeply Southern from Mississippi. You know, there's only two. In school, we learned how to spell Mississippi, Mississippi, right?
Hmm.
M-I double letter I, double letter humpback I, whatever, you know? But if you're from Mississippi, you skip certain, like you have the I at the beginning and the I at the end, but the I's in between just go in between the S's and the P's. But he had a deeply Southern accent, and he would never say the letter H. So whenever he used the word humble, he would say humble, humble.
Very humble I am.
Mm-hmm. But his definition of love was the selfless giving away, or the giving away of one's self. How do you say that? I'm going to be redundant. The selfless giving away of one's self without any expectation of return.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you see, yeah, I would understand that to be the case as well. If you saw somebody in need and you gave them the need that they needed, not expecting any return, well, that's agape. It's based on compassion. But if you go and broadcast it on Facebook of how good you were, then it's not agape. Your motive has changed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, it depends really. I mean, we're going to parse this out, because you could have had the right attitude in the beginning when you helped that person, and it was all agape then, and then your ego kicks in on the way home and you think, what a good boy I am.
Yeah.
And then you negate it. So that's possible for sure.
And when the Bible says that God is love, God is agape, I don't see it that way. When God made the covenant with the nation of Israel, he was going to love them. He had this covenant going with them. But if you disobey me, I'll make sure you get disease and you'll be destroyed by your enemies. I mean, it was a conditional love. You do what I say, or else. People who love God out of fear of hell, that's not agape love. There's a condition with it.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting way to, you know, rethink this discussion, because when you talk about the love that the Lord had for his people, it was agape. It was full on, hopelessly devoted to his people. He very often called them the apple of his eye.
Yeah.
You are my people. I created you. I formed you. I'm your father. In all honesty, I think the disciplinary actions, I mean, I'd have to jump back into the Hebrew and get down and dirty, but I would say it this way, that I actually think that the consequences of what God is saying to his people aren't his personality flipping a switch and, you know, acting angrily all of a sudden. Where did this come from? He's basically saying, well, it's what Moses said. It's what Moses said in the Song of Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy 32. He says, I have set before you life and death. Therefore choose life. But the death is the result of their decisions. He's saying these are the consequences. Like, if you disobey me, the consequences of your actions. This is not like me losing my temper with you and just smiting you because I'm pissed off. That's the way we're given an impression by people who are on the outside going, I don't like the Old Testament God. I like Jesus in the New Testament. And I'm like, you don't know the New Testament then, do you? Because don't you know at the end, Jesus comes back and he kills like a third of the world, destroys them. Like, so who do you like? So like, what Bible are you reading? So people who bitch and moan about God don't even read his book. Mm-hmm. In my opinion. But what I'm saying now is, I'm looking back at these questions, is that I would venture to say that God as a father says, I have set before you how to have a life of abundance. And I've also shown you what leads to death. And it's up to you which way you go. The consequences of both, you have dividends from both, you have benefits from both. The benefits of love is health and wealth and prosperity in terms of your emotional level, your intellectual level, your spiritual level, your relational level. But if you go down the path that rocks, that has a paycheck as well. And the paycheck is gonorrhea. The paycheck is obesity. The paycheck is jail time. You know what I mean? So if I'm making myself clear.
Yeah, yes, and I know what you're saying. So God wasn't saying, "I'll punish you if you don't do as you're told." That this will be the results if you're disobedient.
Yes. Yep.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, that's got that one away with then. So, in what is agape a superior love to, say, a love of a lifelong friend?
I actually think that the foundation of all love would be agape, because every other love after that is going to be constituted. Its constituency is going to be agape. So eros is agape because that's what is the basis for the eros. Phileo is agape because it's an expression of love in a different nuance. So it's
yeah. If the love isn't returned, though, you soon give up. Whereas agape isn't going to give up.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, God does divorce his people. He does. And at the same time, if his people came back, he would be the father who lifted up his robe so that he wouldn't trip while he ran out to embrace his long lost bride.
Which one of the prophets, in the minor prophets, was told to marry a prostitute and allow her to carry on as a prostitute?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nehemiah, was it? No, not Nehemiah. No, it wasn't it.
No, anyway. I'm pretty sure it's a minor prophet. Let me go through it. It's Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Lamentations, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Hosea. So it was Hosea.
You think so? Yeah. Okay. You remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hosea.
Yeah. So God tells him to marry a prostitute and forgiving her while she carries on her business.
Yep.
And the analogy is that Israel had been God's wife and yet carried on within fornication with false gods and pagan gods, the Canaanite gods. Yeah. Okay. So how putting the God of the Bible aside, I don't think we can actually. But how can we show agape love aside from the biblical? You understand what question I'm trying to ask?
I'm not sure. No.
Well, being charitable would be we're not expecting any return. People are capable of charity and not believing in God. I mean, there's plenty of atheists who also do very noble things that are not expecting a return from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry, I must have lost the question. Is there a question?
No, I'm just trying to trying to just exploring different avenues.
Yeah, I think I've done a lot of talks recently, and I've got to go back and splice up and make them into shorts. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I started doing that I was taught to do as a young child when we would go hiking, because we are going into a national park where there's just nothing but wilderness. So whatever you pack in, you pack out. You don't leave trash. And the man who, my mother's second husband, who was, we went hiking with him, he would pick up trash along the way. And that always stuck in my mind. Not that I practiced it until I was a youth pastor or until I was an adult. And I'd be walking my kids or whatever, and I would see trash and I would just start picking it up. In that action right there, I guess if anybody's listening right now, if you find this sometime in the near future or whatever, the first step in sacrificing yourself for others is to pick up trash. Just do it. Just sacrifice yourself. Don't worry about, like, listen, I don't worry about, I mean, now I have a grabber because my grandparents used to live in the foothills in a town about 30 minutes away, 20 minutes away. And they would walk the canyon road, which is just a 2-lane road. And they would have a little grabber, so they wouldn't have to bend down or, bend over or whatever. So I took that with me today for the first time. Otherwise, I was just picking trash up with my bare hand. I'm like, I don't care. And people have told me, oh, you're going to pick that up? I'm like, yeah. Like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
But I remember being asked to be a youth speaker at one of my friends' kids' youth retreats. And I chose that example. And I remember Patrick telling me later on that all of the kids remembered things he saw them applying what I said, which was to start picking up trash. If you just pick it up, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be removing that which is ugly to allow that which is beautiful to just be seen in its full glory. And so you're doing a kindness to people in two ways. You're preventing them from being downcast and disheartened because they look around and they're like, oh man, look at all this litter. That's low energy, right? That's low vibration. They're getting brought down. So if you remove that thing, they're never going to feel that way in that moment right there, because there's nothing there to negate their heart or their mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. We would walk on the beach regularly, and an awful lot of rubbish gets washed up on the shore, or just people who are bathing, sunbathing, and leave things behind. Yeah, but I would, yes, occasionally I would pick something up because there are bins close by, but I wouldn't go out of my way to. But now that you said that, I'll do it.
Well, I mean, again, the beauty of existence is you get to figure out what works for you. So I started carrying a plastic bag with me, because if I go empty-handed and I'm walking with my phone in one hand because I'm listening to music or I'm talking whatever, then I only have one hand available, and if it's full of trash, I'm going to be encumbered. So a blessing to myself is to think ahead, right? And I've now got the plastic bag there by the grabber, and I'm ready to go. So I can now accommodate for the fact that I don't have to get my hands dirty. I can just clip it up and put it in and whatever. So it becomes an issue of you have the ability to do this spontaneously. If you go out on a date or if you're on an errand or whatever, you're not going to carry these bags and the grabbers with you, but you're still going to carry the attitude of being a blessing for other people and for the world in general.
Yeah.
So
when the people in Jesus' day asked Jesus, who is my neighbor? And he gives the Good Samaritan story. And at the end of it, Jesus then asks the inquirer, so who was the good neighbor here? And he sort of struggles to say, oh, it was the Samaritan, but he does say it's the one that acted mercifully. So
I'm curious, why did you make that qualification that he was struggling to say the word Samaritan?
well, I'm assuming that because you know the idea of the Samaritans and the Jews in the story, the two Jews go past the injured guy, and it was the Samaritan that stopped and went out of his way to help him. And when Jesus says, "So which one was the one that acted neighbourly?" and he says the one that showed mercy. So you could surmise it that it might not be accurate, but he chose to say that the one that acted mercifully.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say, oh, it's the Samaritan. But Jesus was definitely making a point beyond just who my neighbour was. You see, even your enemy is your neighbour.
Yeah, I mean, today, if I were to be giving that as an example, I would say one day there was a man walking down the road and he was totally hipped out in New Age.
I missed that bit.
If I were to change it up today,
yeah,
it would have to be a different kind of a Samaritan. So I would say it would be someone who is totally hippied out and New Age.
Okay, that wouldn't necessarily work here.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It would be
you could say a Muslim.
Yes, okay, a Muslim in England, yes, definitely, yeah.
Right.
Or the Catholic Protestant probably in the north of Ireland. Although there's not really that hatred that there was at one time. We're gone dry.
Hey, listen, that's okay. You know, we can sit here in silence, and that's one thing that I'm going to be going again. I told you about the meetings that I was going to the past couple of weeks on Saturdays?
Yes, yeah.
So they're having their session again on communication. So this week is on communication, and I'm going again. I'm just gonna keep going and going. I don't know if I'm going to up it to a therapy session or an audit. They call it an audit when you meet with someone and then they interview you and talk to you or whatever. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that because I do not plan on going farther into their what am I going to say, dungeon maybe? I don't know. It's just interesting, the whole Dianetics thing, but from what I've experienced right now, because Dianetics simply means through the mind.
You're roboting a bit there.
So Dianetics is simply...
You're roboting, Travis.
Healthy. What's that?
You're roboting a bit. I didn't hear any of that.
I didn't hear you. Yeah, I didn't hear any of what you just said. You were a robot the whole time.
Yeah, so were you. You were roboting as well. It's cleared itself now. I don't know. What were we saying? You don't know how far you're going to go down the road. Oh dear.
What I was remembering about the session that I was 2 weeks ago, they started us out with, and it was a packed room. The first week I went, there were 3 people there, myself, a woman I can't remember, big, beautiful eyes, and she was, an attractive young woman. But in the 2 weeks ago, when the house was packed, I had a woman to my left, and I was paired up with her in front of each other, facing each other, looking at each other directly for 2 minutes. with silence, just looking at each other. And it was interesting. Go ahead.
No, I've just turned down my clarity because yeah, you were roboting.
Huh. Well, maybe I should stop showing the video. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
If I stop showing the video, let's see if that. I am sad. We just keep getting.
Are you still in? Doesn't look like it, does it?
Just have to let you know that it's love. Oops, that's not what I want. I am not a robot. Is this a dream? Am I dreaming? is absolutely insane. What the crack, man? I'll be with you. I'll be with you in a minute. This is absolutely so dumb. So dumb. Where did Mark go? It's love that holds us all together. Just all right. Well, I guess while Mark tries to figure out when he's going to show up, I'll find a different file. How'd your washing go?
My washing.
Yeah, you were washing the awning. Weren't you washing it?
Oh, yeah, good. It's good. Are you done with your call?
No, we got kicked off. The internet was acting funky, and it cut me off, and now I can't. He must have gone and taken a break and not come back yet. So I'm waiting for him. I found some pictures of Arthur. You want to see him?
Oh, sure. How'd you find him? On Instagram?
No, it was just a random. Oh, no, these are mine. It was a random file that I picked.
Oh. Those are pictures you took?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have the headphones on. Never mind. It's a 2-minute video. Did you want to watch it? 2 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was done.
No. Can you see it okay?
Yeah.
So that's the Concord Lighthouse where I go.
Oh, right.
Look at how chunky his legs are.
Sure.
He's 5. And I've never even met the other one. Found right now because he's the one that called this meeting.
Guys, podcasting.
We are philosophers. We love wisdom. We talk about wisdom wherever it is found, and the Bible is a book of wisdom.
And so what is his walk? He was
a Jehovah's Witness.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I can't remember all the details. It's been years since we talked about it, but he married a woman who's 15 years his junior, and she just recently gave her life to Christ. And so he's been going to church with her.
And how is it that she came to come to the Lord?
I mean, maybe he'll let her come on and tell her story. I don't know.
Oh.
all the details. I think I might have said something about like, oh, what brought that on? But I don't know enough of the details to give you an explanation for it. But yeah, Mark is very thoughtful. He's very insightful and very slow to speak.
So he left being a Jehovah's Witness to nothing?
Again, I don't remember all the
Oh,
details.
okay.
Yeah. But he is now clean and sober. He, being Irish, of course, loved his whiskey. And he just said a couple years ago, he told me, he said, I'm not healthy and I need to stop drinking.
Wow.
I said, okay, man, you got to do it. And he's been clean. And he says he's feeling better and looking better and all that good stuff.
And have you ever met in person?
I was supposed to go to Ireland in 2018. I bought the ticket.
Right.
And my car broke down the night before I was supposed to leave. And the money that it would have taken to fix the car was what I was going to spend in Ireland. So I canceled my trip.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah.
But I've always intended to go back and take advantage of his hospitality for sure. He's got chickens, and I think I might have told you he started a chess club in his area. Now he's
Right. He's the guy. Okay.
yeah. He has, I think he has maybe a handful of places that he now goes to instead of just one library. He now goes to multiple places and leads chess clubs. So he's really busy with that. This is crazy. I cannot believe he's not here.